Good morning, traders. Welcome to the Bookmap All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap, and we're going to go through the live order flow here, looking at the markets, Bookmap. And the whole goal here is to comprehend and understand how to use order flow, how to read it. Bookmap does an excellent job showing it. We're going to be able to read the participants in the auction process. As due to their activity, it gives us insight to where price might go next. All right, general disclosure. All Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, so please come over to our Discord channel if you want more access to Bookmap education, other streamers, a load of different content to access, and then just our community in general to understand the different traders, interact with them, comment, also have back and forth within the chats with the streamers and educators that we have. All of this is available. It is all no cost for you. You just need to come over to our Bookmap Discord server and provide your email. Okay, that's it. So you can use your phone to take the screenshot here and to come over to the server. All right, so let's jump into these markets. We just had some data here, as you can see, at 10 a.m. And right off the bat, Bookmap is showing us the volatility in this market right now. After this data release, which was the manufacturing PMI, and it was a little less than expected. We also had the job JOLTS opening, which was better than expected. And we also had yesterday, putting into perspective the order flow here, but in the context of fundamental data, right? Because we had Powell speak yesterday, and you know, the news was considered bullish, even though that you know, Powell had said that you know, they're going to be looking at the data and they may not be lowering rates next round, as they did just last period in September, and they lowered rates by 2 basis points. Anyway, the market here, let's just take a look at the bigger picture here on the daily. This was yesterday, okay, right here on the left hand side, and you can see the bullish activity. Now it kind of went, you know, it was a kind of odd day. Explored the lower areas in here in the day. The news came out. The news came out, and the market actually went down and then went back up. Now, this is pretty telling in here. We technically, at least, in the daily chart. All right, and we're going to look at the order flow in here, and I hope you guys actually caught this move to test this swing down here from yesterday. Okay, because it's a pretty nice move. We can see this tremendous move to the downside. It's just a ton of momentum, so we would look for it to test this swing down here at 57, 55 or so. Okay, and we're through it now. We're going to watch and wait and see in here some really interesting zones or levels here that we want to take a look at on the daily and the hourly, and then we'll look at the 15-minute chart. But my point here is to understand the price action on the daily and hourly chart here due to the and the 15-minute chart due to the fundamentals. Okay, so as we can see here, the news came out, Powell started speaking right around here, around 2 o'clock. We see the move to the downside, and then we get a move back up, and then we get a tremendous move up here, very powerful move to the upside here yesterday, and we closed up there. Now we can see what's unfolding here as the we see the open and the move down and the continuation of this move to the downside. So this is pretty stark move here. And we're still seeing a little bit of momentum in here on to the downside. So maybe we're going to come back down to this level on the hourly. The hourly is showing some pretty good stuff. So is the daily. We can see this level here around 42. That coincides with this level here. Let's see, that's the 42 level here. We see another wick down here though around 57.33. Okay, so we have tremendous momentum on the downside. Now this has also moved quite a bit. So this is something that the move is, this is what we want to gather and understand. And this is how we're going to apply it to the order flow. The move is big. The ATR move, as you guys can see, well, it could probably, look at these candles to the upside. We can probably still see it revisit some of these lower areas in here if the momentum is strong. And the momentum is strong at the moment. Okay, so we look for that continuation until we see something different. All right, and then we're going to look at, though, some of these levels and the ATR together with the order flow, because at some point, probably likely right around here, this 42 area that we're just kind of testing right now, we're going to see some profit taking. We're going to see some buying, some buyers trying to scoop it up at this lower area in here. There's going to be a lot of limit orders in these areas. Okay, so this is the 42 area, and there's the other swing here, which is a little bit more telling, I feel, down around this 32.5 area here on the hourly. Okay, these are important levels. This is what we want to look at and ascertain within Bookmap. All right, any questions on that? And here we go. All right, so here's the profit taking that we were just talking about, as well as maybe buyers scooping it up at these lower levels. Okay, this is after the data here, and let's just zoom out here and take a look at the price action. Now, I'm actually, I've got some other things to cover in here that I think you guys are going to just love. You've been waiting for it over in Discord. Just love. So it is the TraderMap Lite version or TraderMap Pro, and the ability to trade off of this chart. Okay, it is now possible, right? This is fantastic news for us because it is difficult. If we look at the ES chart over here, and we can look at this algo in here that has been dominating price action for a couple of months now, as you can see on the offer and on the bid. Okay, now we address this issue through our filtered heat map. Okay, we can filter out this algo activity as best as we can, but this here is the true chart. This is showing us everything here and the players involved. And there's actually, if we zoom in here, we can see two of these algos. There's one here on the inside market. You can see it here with this kind of light blue, okay, on the offer and on the bid. And then if we zoom vertically, we can see also at a higher time frame, a bit further away, we can see the this algo here with very high liquidity on the offer and on the bid. Okay, it blows out the heat map, but this is the true market. This is what's going on in the market, right? So what you're going to be seeing in the order book here, the dome, this is exactly what's happening in the market. All right, now we just traded into a massive load of liquidity in here, as you guys can see, okay, on the move down. All right, so this is very, very typical. We see this kind of activity all the time. We see lots of supply. This is in this case, the aggressive sellers are trading into the buyers here. This is the demand. Okay, these are the buyers in here. We trade into and through it, and there's still more supply, still more aggressive sellers. They trade it back down lower, and it's only in here, and we don't really have too much insight of when this is going to happen here. Okay, We know that it's at our level, that's for sure. Okay, we looked at the higher time frame, but we don't know when this is going to happen, and we're looking for it. We're waiting. We're watching, and we note that we trade into these levels of liquidity here. Okay, traded into here a bit further, and then it's just a string of buying, as you can see, lifting that market back out of that area. This is the reversal pattern in here, and it's quite hard to read. I feel that we don't know when it's going to happen, but what we can do and understand is the context in here of going through the very high liquidity on the offer. I'm sorry, on the bid here, it transacting, and then one more level here goes back down below, and then technically we can look at these areas in here for the potential of this move. And here's how we can do it. One is to look at price structure. Did the structure break? You can even zoom into a very small structure here. Another is here at this liquidity level here, and then we're getting buyers back up above it here. Okay. Now we don't know if this, we're going to get all these buyers coming back in and move up like this all the way back up to where it dropped from up here. Okay, so this is a hard kind of leap of faith. Now, what can help though us capture some of these moves? And now, before I get into that, let me jump over here and see if there's any questions and answer them for you guys. Good morning, everybody. Alan, Rob, Hector, Stephen, Dan, Alois. All right. And how about on YouTube? No, nothing on YouTube. Okay. All right. So this is the potential setup in here. Okay. We're looking for high liquidity getting filled on the bid. We know there's still more supply as they continue on lower. We look for little pockets of buying along the way in here, and try to give us insight. Now it's not much. There's not much buying. Look at the dots and the size of them, where they're transacting, and are they starting to come into the market? Are we see these players enter? And we're really not in here. Not even these little pockets in here are showing much activity. We're looking for this. See the selling in here? We're looking for kind of equal transactions on the from the buyers around these areas in here or these areas in here. We're not getting it. We're not getting them. So that's helpful though. If we do have that, then this is easier to read, this move here. All right, so what we're getting instead is that it continues to move down into our, let's see, it came down to about 43 and a half here. That's what I show at least. And then we see a technical level on smaller time frame here break. And we do see those buyers come streaming in. All right, so pretty hard to catch this one here. If you do see your technical levels break after trading into high liquidity in here, this would be your entry somewhere around in here. Okay, because you're looking for it to trade back up to here. Look for some of the swings in here, maybe up in here, start to match them up with high liquidity as well on the way back up. All right, now anyway, that's something to look at here for trying to capture these moves. All right, now you can see what has unfolded so far. This was the buying, and we're right back down here, and look at the buying coming back in right now again. All right, so this is telling. Okay, so in fact, let's try this out. We're going to trade from the Bookmap chart here, and let me put this here. And let's see if we can grab something out of this here. Okay, we get in our pullback here. All right. There's some exhaustion on the sell side. Okay, we look for the buyers to come in right around here. And they're not. Okay, that kept us out of that trade. Okay. You can still, let's mark up some technical levels here. Kind of looking for a flag pattern here. All right, here they come. One more push. All right, let's get in there. All right, so now this is not a trade recommendation. We're just going through, how to look at this pattern and understand the buyers coming in here. Look at the sellers coming back down into this area here, and we're seeing buyers coming in again. So we look for a pullback. We grabbed it, and now we're looking for trading up into some of these levels here. Okay, this would be the first test up here. It's already traded there. Yeah, let's actually move our stop if we can. There we go, or our take profit. And I'm going to look for a bigger pullback here. Okay. Now let's just zoom out again. Now again, you guys have I've requested this for a very, very long time. I am trading off of the Trader Map Lite version here, as you can see. So hold on a minute here. Check on something. All right. All right, so we've traded up to this swing here, a little bit above it, and still seeing buyers in here. So we're still looking for continuation here. Right. Market. Let's talk about market timing also. This is something I forgot to mention earlier. Now, actually, I kind of like the move up to right here, this little pocket here. I moved it up a little bit further up into here, and it looks like we're going to get filled. This is a pretty strong move. We might even consider moving this up a little bit further. Here's my chance. Okay, and let's do it. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trail my stop. Okay, so now I could put it at break even, but I'm going to put it down here, just below the swing here. Okay, and we're going to look to maybe come back up into this liquidity up here at 75. Okay, and let this thing run. Okay, I have it up here at the swing right now. Maybe I'll keep it there for the moment, or nah, let's just do it. We'll just move it up here and front run this liquidity up here. Okay, this is something that we also covered, you might be interested in. We covered in the webinar with Axia Futures on looking for a breakout and a runner. All right, so now we're getting our pullback here. We got some technical levels. I should probably tighten this up a little bit. Something like that. Okay, I'm looking for buyers off of this level here. Okay, now we're looking for support, looking for buyers. Okay, are they supporting this in here? So far, so good. And now we're getting our sellers. So, but this is the concept here. We're looking for support at this level. We're below that level. Okay, now we just got stopped out here. Okay, down at this area here. All right, so maybe it was a little too tight. Maybe we could have put it down just a little bit lower here. Would have been a good idea. Just see where the buyers came in and broke this swing here. So we can always enter back in and look for an entry with the same process here. Let's see if we get our buyers. Okay, now one thing that I'm looking for in this setup in here, obviously we're looking for our green dots in here, but I'm looking for liquidity to transact on the bid first. There it is. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. All right, let's try it again here. Okay, so and I'm going to move my stop down below this area here. Okay, see the swing here? There's my my stop, and now I'm looking for buyers to come back in. Now we know that there's quite a bit of buying up in here. Now this pullback has been very, very steep, okay? But we're looking for the buyers to come back in after trading into this high liquidity here. Okay, and we'll see. Okay, we got to get above this 51 area. So after trading into this high liquidity, do we see demand? Was this is demand here on the bid, and we're not really seeing the buyers, the aggressive buyers, coming in yet. Okay, so after trading into demand, we do anticipate a pullback, and we got it. Very, very shallow one. And look at the buyers up in here. Very, very slight buying. So we're looking again for buyers to come in here. Okay, and this continues to kind of grind against us at the moment here. Okay, more sellers, more sellers. This is where we're wrong. We're stopped out on that one. Okay, well, we're wrong. It's below here, and that's where we know we're wrong, and that's where we get stopped out. All right, so that setup is finished. We look for the next one now. Okay, high liquidity at 40. Now, how does that fit within our higher time frames here? Okay, it's right in here on this hourly. Okay, we're right at that level. We said around 42, or a little bit below it, but we have this 34 level down below as well. Looks like there's some selling pressure here, but we're going to watch this 40 level of liquidity here. Okay, so just in front of that liquidity, we're starting to get our buyers come back in. Okay, breaking this trend line here, but just back up to the structure here. All right, it's 10:30 East Coast time here. This is the somewhere between 10 and 10:30. We look for this kind of reversal pattern or counter trend trade. This might have been part of it here, but we might see more. It's very, very typical. We get the initial move to the downside, and then 10:30. Well, we had data here at 10, as you guys can see, and then a lot of times that's when we get these kind of counter trend moves like this before the trend continues. Okay, where's our 34 level down here? Okay, there's liquidity down there, So here at 40, and then also down here at 33. And that's that swing that we were talking about. So this is how we kind of match up our technical levels along with our liquidity in Bookmap. Okay, just waiting and watching here, waiting for this liquidity and the reaction after this liquidity. Okay, how are they trading? Now, some of it traded there, as you guys can see. It looks like some of it might have been pulled. Yeah, some of it was pulled in here too. All right, so we can go a little deeper here still. Okay, the offer showing some pressure here. Yeah, we should see a little bit of a pullback or reversal here, just off of this liquidity and the and I'm not looking for the bigger move out of this, but it might turn into that move. We see the exhaustion here, and the buyers come in here, and they're pulling that liquidity in here. Okay, that would be like a quick scalp I would be looking for. Okay, just based off of the order flow. Sellers, high liquidity, lack of sellers and buyers. Okay, exhaustion and buyers. Okay, back to the swing or high liquidity. Okay, more buying pressure in here. Okay, the pullback came all the way back to here. And we see the buying pressure come in. Not a whole lot up here though. They are pulling though. They are pulling that liquidity, okay, which means that that supply is no longer here. It's up here. And just traded into it. And still more demand. All right, so market structure wise, how are we doing here? It's trading within the zone here. And we're right above it. It comes up to the 5750 area, and then that's where that high liquidity was. Here we trade a little bit through it, but back down below it now. Okay, let's see now. We note the bars down here as well. Okay, note where they're transacting to with the dots. Okay, so this move here, you know, most of the buying is up in here. It's kind of top heavy, right? So if we get sellers coming through this area right in here, look out. We're not only going to break that trend line, we're going to trade down to 42 and then maybe our 34 area down here that we were talking about earlier. Okay, a little volatility in here right now. Rob, you know, something that I had covered with you or wanted to cover with you yesterday, and was or the flavor of the webinar yesterday was about when not to trade, or you know, understanding that if you don't really see that edge, stay away. We're looking for an edge, we're looking for a setup, and then we're looking for pulling the trigger at that point. You know, one of our Pro Trader webinars last week, it was Thor. I think he was on Wednesday, and he talked about something about his setups, and I really enjoyed this one comment. Is, you know, there's a gambling element to this, and that sounds kind of silly or stupid, but I really appreciate it because, like, you know, we are all looking for an edge, a hard-coded edge in here, and you know, taking advantage of that edge. And you know, that's kind of so we're looking for something with more surety. And boy, you know, nothing's sure in these markets. There is a gambling element in here, and we don't know what's going to happen. All we know is that we have studied an edge, and it typically happens, but it happens a certain percentage of the time. Therefore, we have to manage the trade, and trade management is such an important part of this game. You know, how do you manage your trade? So anyway, like, we're all looking for, or many of us, I have talked to so many traders over the years, newbies as well as you know, floor traders, you know, institutional hedge funds, all across the spectrum, and there's a lot of retail traders that we're also kind of scared about losing money, and putting putting on the risk. So we look for clarity. And instead, I think you have to have an edge. You have to know that edge. You have to know how to trade that edge and manage that edge. But that's about as good as it gets. Okay? Because there is no surety in this this game. So the only thing you can do is manage your trades and manage your own activities. That's it. Okay, and that can be rather difficult for a lot of traders to accept. That, well, it did my setup. I should have made money, and therefore I'm going to double down on it, and I'm going to add more to it. And you can get really hurt, and it just isn't a math problem. All of these technical indicators out there that showing like CVD is doing this, or like RSI is doing that, the MACD crossed over here, it doesn't matter. The market can just blow through any of those areas, and it's not a math problem. It's a probabilities problem, or understanding the pitfalls in trying to make this kind of a 100% game. I mean, it just doesn't work like that. Anytime you put on a trade, it's either going to win or it's going to lose. So basically, that's 50-50, no matter if you have a 90% trading strategy. It's either going to win or it's going to lose. And how you manage that is going to determine it. Now, over time, how you manage that edge is going to determine your overall profit and loss and your structure. So for example, let's take a look here. Okay, we've been looking at this for quite a while, actually, the trading journal. And yep, just come up to trading statistics. Don't have it. Let's open it up. Okay, and then sync with my journal. Let's sync it. Okay, and let's open up the web journal. All right, and here it is. Okay, so what matters is managing that risk and that probability over time. And then if we do a good job, we should anticipate. Now, just anticipate that we should be profitable and it should work out. Okay, because this is looking at like very much like a casino, and I really kind of starting to loathe that analogy, but there's something to that. Clearly, you manage your risk, which is what they do. Well, they actually have an edge, no matter what. That's why they always win, because they have an edge. Now, it's a very slight edge, but they play it over time, and this is trading, okay, over time. And managing that edge. Now you can see in here, this, like I've told you guys, this is actually kind of a bad example because this is where we added in our new trading simulator, and all of a sudden I had access to $1 million. Was trying to test and see how we're getting filled, etc. So we see, some wild swings here early on, and then kind of has toned down a little. Well, I'm not trading with the same size as I was earlier. But anyway, that's where the rubber meets the road over time. Guys in the Bookmap Academy, this is exactly what we're going to go through. You can share your journal now. Click on the share button up here, or manage it here. And you can share your journal. These are the journals that are shared with me here. So here's Maxime's, one of our developers. And this is, obviously you can see him getting in and getting out extremely quickly here. And he's not trying to get a profit or loss. You can even see how long he's in here. 0 seconds in the trade, right? So, a 1-tick loss many times over here. So, please don't take this as the any example in here. However, you can. What I'm trying to show here is you can share the journals, and here are all of my journals in here. I can also share them with you, and you can go back to the main page here, etc. All right. So now we'll go to all of my journals, and we can go back in time. And before, this is kind of funny. Check this out here. I think I started this journal in March. This is when we had the journal, and we were just trading like 1 lots and 2 lots, something like that. And we have this kind of really, nice little steady incline here, which is great. And then boom, this was beginning of September, I believe. And this is when, September 9th is somewhere around there, that we're offering that trading simulator, 24/7 simulator. And then we can see the difference. So that's what all this volatility is over here. Okay, we're going to offer this for the competitions as well, which is great. Awesome. Really good to hear, Alan. Yep, I've been using that trading journal as a great tool. Yeah, and thanks for your insights on that, Alan. It's been great. Yeah, you can tag your setups in here in the journal as well. Okay, so here's a trade here. This was my loss that I took. I can come in here and input here, I don't know, you know, buying support. Maybe I have to add it here. My note. Add my note. Okay. Okay, there you go. All right. So, and you can share these as well. Okay. Yeah, this one didn't work out too well. Full stop, it went 1 for me. Okay. The other one here was pretty good. However, I you know, in retrospect, did I make a mistake on this one or not? Well, this is to be determined. I'll have to go back and look at this and study this one here because it went 50 for me, 50 ticks for me. MFE, maximum favorable excursions, maximum adverse excursions, 17. Okay, so oh, I'm sorry, three. So we really nailed this one, but we got stopped out on the way back, on the pullback. We're looking for a runner on this one here. So and we can click on it. We can see we're in it for 4 minutes, 11 seconds. You can put in commissions here if you like, and you can put in your notes, etc. Okay, you can filter for different journals as well. So up here, you know, you can look at your simulated journals, or you can create new journals in here, and then trade into those journals as well. You'll have to select that as the journal where you want to your trades to route to. Okay, add a new journal here. Straightforward. Filter by instruments as well. Maybe you want to move them. So for example, here, I believe I can, I don't know if I can move these ones here. Yeah, I can. Okay. So this one here, I can move it to another journal. And you can set up your like range trade or a certain strategy in here that you want to track within a specific journal. Okay. Yep, you can filter for your date, your times. Date and time is both included here. Date and then time on the right-hand side here. And make sure you also select a time. It's important. So for example, for today, if we want to look at today's activity, we'll come into this one here actually. So this is for November 24. So that's out in the future. That's fine. But in this one here, I will look at October 1st, okay, and hit apply. Right? And then you can see our overall in here for the day. Okay, so I had a couple of trades earlier, a couple losses, couple wins and a loss, and I'm basically at break even, or minus $6 basically. Okay, for the day so far. All right. See if there's any questions on that trading journal. It's great. Yeah, we'll have a video for you, Willers, pretty soon. It's all free. It's all part of Bookmap. And that's a huge benefit. You don't have to subscribe to some other service. Okay. Now, moreover, what's really great about it is the if we go to bookmap.com and you go into the more button here, and under community, go to Bookmap Academy here. You can sign up here in the Academy. Many of the people in this webinar and others are part of the Academy. You can sign up here. You can go through this, read about it, what it is, what you get, what you do, and there's steps to it here. First, you apply for the Bookmap Junior Academy. You're an applicant. And then you start to create some content. You start to mark it up. it is over here. So if we go to our Discord channel, and here, Bookmap Academy is right here under the heading. Go to Academy here, and you can see other people's content here. So for example, this is Vinny. Vinny's been doing a fantastic job with his markups here. He knows exactly what he's looking for. He's got a setups checklist here. He's got the date here. He's identifying specific things in the order flow in here. And you know, he's got his target for it. He knows exactly what he's looking for in here. He's risk reward here, etc. And then he's looking to profit from it, or you know, what went wrong. Journalize that, and then you'll put this into a spreadsheet and you'll post it in here as well. And then we can go back and give you feedback on this here. Okay, here's another one from Vinny. He's been doing just really great work, so that's why I'm going over his, and it pops up. Also Caesar, another just excellent trader in here. We've got some really great traders. Okay, so you can have feedback or from each other as well, okay, in the discussion. If you reach a quantitative and a qualitative threshold, you can also get invited to the Bookmap Academy, and you can get Bookmap for free. Okay, Global Plus for free. If you double your quota, you can also get the MBO bundle, Stops and Icebergs bundle, for free. Okay, so you give a little bit, we give back. All right. So that's a great thing, and why I'm covering that is because of the journal. So if you want to, let's go back and let me show you the journal again. Right here it is. Okay. If you want to start to get feedback on your statistics in here as well, how are you trading? You know, this is another new tool we're going to be using in here. All right, guys. Anyway, we've been going through quite a bit. Let's clear our drawings here. We've seen all sorts of back and forth in here at the moment. Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. This is a beauty here into our 40 level in liquidity, and we watched this actually, and we were thinking, you know what, like they pulled some of it, and there was still some more supply coming in. Yeah, this is how we covered it. There was offer here, pretty strong. We had our exhaustion though, and we had our buyers in here, and they're starting to pull that liquidity. Okay, so these we talked about this as a scalp up into maybe here, this level, or maybe further up into this level up in here. Okay, and that played out nicely, and then it pulled back pretty deep, and then it continued on up, okay, into these levels of high liquidity up here. Okay. And now if we zoom out, we can see what has happened after trading up into these levels of high liquidity. You can see the pullback again. Let's see if these sellers hit into this 46 level here for that right now. Nope. No, more buyers. Back up into top of the range and liquidity up in here, and they're pulling, interestingly enough. So actually a lack of sellers here. We're looking for our sellers to pick up in here. All right, guys, there's another thing I want to show you guys, and then we're going to continue the discussion here and look for some other opportunities over here just in Discord, okay, for our Discord traders and members. A new functionality, though, I want to show you guys. Now, one was, well, we went through the trading journal, but we also went through trading from this Bookmap Lite version here. This is a beta version of this. I want to cover that with you guys first, and then I want to show you something really special here that we're very excited about. Now, it is in beta as well, but we'll give you access pretty soon. We're still just testing it and making sure that this is solid. So far, so good. It's been excellent. Let's take a look at this Bookmap Lite though first. Okay, so this is a new version here, and hold on a minute. Bookmap Pro and Bookmap Lite here. There's some filters here that we can take a look at. The standard, high sensitivity, and low sensitivity. Now again, all of these filters in here in the Bookmap Pro version already exist. You have more flexibility, much more power for the filtering. These are basic filters though. This is the standard one, and for me, this is doing a pretty good job. It took that algo activity out. If we take a look here, that algo activity in here, in the regular ES chart, we don't see it here. Okay? It's gone. So for me, this standard setting is fine, or filter. There's two others though. And now the way that this works too is that we won't lose our data in here. So if we go to the other filter in here, okay, now it just kind of jumped over to this chart, but we'll jump back to the Bookmap Lite version here. Okay, and it's just it's going through the filter right now. And there it is. Now you can see that the filter in here is very, very different, right? It is showing the spread in here now, quite a big spread, because it is filtering out lesser liquidity. So this is something that you might want to take a look at. It's up to you. And I believe we can trade from this one as well. All right, so let's see here. Up into high liquidity, up into here. Okay, all right, well, let's just short that. Okay, and then we're going to take our down, well, we'll see, down to the kind of point of control here, or the bottom of the range here. Okay, so yeah, we can trade off of this chart as well. Just note that the bid and the offer, the spread, this is synthetic. It's a synthetic instrument here that we're creating. All right, so that just so you know that this is not the true spread, right? And that's why it's all dark in here as well. You know what we're seeing in here. Now you can add another add-on to this called the cross BBO. Anyway, let's see if these sellers come back in here, and we're just looking for trading back down to here. You know what? I'm just gonna exit this. Small profit on that, just for the demo. This is the other filter. Let me show you the next filter here. Low sensitivity. That was very high sensitivity. Now again, it popped us over here to the next chart in line. We need to jump back here to it. Okay, and we can also start the trading here from it. Guys, any questions over in Discord or YouTube? All right, so this is a bit lower. This is the low sensitivity one here. Okay, so we probably see some remnants of that algo in here. I don't really see it. It looks pretty good to me. Let's see if we can get our buyers back in here and trade back up to, I don't know, maybe we can get back up to the top of the range here. It already did that. Looking for a bit more. Let's see it, buyers. Let's see what you got. Nope. Getting some sellers. Back to the bottom of the range. And some support. A little bit of buying. There they go. All right, let's add actually a little bit more in here. Let's see if we can get a bit of a bump up here to the top of the range, and then maybe get a runner out of that. And we're not going to get it. We got one on. And this is why we should have waited for high liquidity to trade. Okay, we could get a really nice squeeze in here. Look at the cumulative volume delta, making pretty lower lows due to this selling in here, but looking for buyers to try to squeeze that. Could get a nice pop up into these levels here. Got to get buyers back up above here on some strength. There they are. All right, so we should get a squeeze here. Let's see it. Anyway, this is the low sensitivity filter, as we mentioned. So it's hovering around this 57.50 here. Okay, this is where retest up here. We've got to get our buyers here on this retest here, and then try to get back up above into the top of the range here. Let's see if they've got enough potential here. Oh, exhausted out there. Boy, pretty dark in here. Don't like that in range-bound trading like this. I want to see a skew in the order book, and we're not getting it. Yeah, we're going to get stopped out here. All right, there we go. Okay. Well, anyway, gave it a shot. We're looking at CVD as well, looking for that squeeze, and just didn't unfold. Anyway, there's another thing I want to show in here, which I think you guys will. I've been waiting for it, and a lot of you have been waiting for this as well. Something pretty fantastic. It is, again, demo paper trading. I'm sorry, in beta. So let's take a look here, and let me get back to the right chat room first. Yeah, no, these are all demo trades, and again, like These are demo trades. It's really not, you know, it's not a trade recommendation whatsoever. If we do anything in here looking for a setup and trade from the Bookmap chart during these webinars, it's also to show the trade management and how to use order flow for trade management. Okay. Yeah, it does say live down here, real trading, but it is in a demo account. This is what I want to show you, though. That's really, really interesting about the demo account. That is that now we can trade into multiple accounts. All right, so let's go up here. Let's scroll down, multi-account trading here. Okay, now again, it's in beta mode right now. Okay, beta testing, and we can open up a panel in here, and you can see I basically you add a bot here. This is how you give it a name, whatever it is you want, and then you got your primary account, and you've got your sub accounts in here. So this is where you'll trade from into this account, but you'll copy those trades into these other accounts here. Okay, so I've already set one up. It's here. It's called Trading Bots, I think, or I think that's the name I gave it. It's with Fast Track Trading. I can open the panel here. It will show my open and working positions. So right now I don't have any, and it also shows my executions here. Okay, so let's take a trade, and then we'll copy it over. All right, so and let's see how this works here. All right, so yeah, let's just we'll just go long here, and I'll trade from this chart. I've got one selected, and maybe we'll just wait for that 40 liquidity. Zoom out. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we traded into that high liquidity like that. Let's see if we can get just a pullback here. Not yet. All right, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to widen these out quite a bit so we don't get stopped out. And also, yeah, we can also place some other orders like sell limit up there. Now let's go back and look at our account here. Multiple account, open up the panel. Here it is. Here's my trade into the parent account, the primary account. Okay, one buy, right? Here's my price, my unrealized profit, and realized profit and loss. It is synced here, and down below it is showing me the other accounts here, or all of the accounts here. I'm sorry. Yeah, order ID. I'm sorry, this is do I have it synced here? Actually, it doesn't look like it. It does say synced. Hold on a minute here. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm seeing the same account number here, but these are the other orders in here. Now, if I cancel this one up here, that should show canceled. Oh, I didn't have them selected. That's why. Okay. All right. Well, let's close this and let's do it again. All right. Okay. Synced. Hold on about that. Let's try this again. In the panel, let's add the bot. Let's add another bot here. Okay, this is going to be, we'll just call it test. Okay, here's my primary account. Whoops. Here's my primary account. These are my sub accounts. Okay, and I'm going to select those, and I'm going to add this. Okay, and this is my bot here, test. All right, so we're gonna trade out of that one here. Yeah, this is great, DNT. Okay, we're getting down to our 34 level, guys. We are anticipating this, right? We were looking for move back down into this level here, right here on the hourly. So we're getting, this was our pullback here, kind of time of day. We talked about that counter trend move, and this is the follow through here to the downside. All right, just for the demo purposes in here, we're just gonna, I don't know, we're gonna do something, right? So let's just go long just for the heck of it here. All right. So now there's my position. Let's widen this out so we don't get stopped out. All right. Let's go back to our configuration here and let's open our panel. Here we go. All right. So now it had copied the trades over. Okay. So here's my open positions and working orders. All right, so I have an open position here, and in my 100 248, 100 248.1, 100 248.2, and these are separate accounts, but I have the same position here, and these are the working orders in here. As you can see, the stop loss and take profit, or I'm sorry, it just shows that there's some working sells. Down here, it's the replication of it as well. Okay, so these are all the stops and take profits in here. Okay, this is my position, my open position, and these are my working orders down below. Okay, so I'm long, but these are all sells now. Okay, so that's it. Right, you know, this is my my limit take profit. This is my stop for the 0.2. This is the limit and stop for 0.1, and this is my limit and stop for the parent account here. Yeah, it's really great. All right, now you can manage your account in here as well, or you know, cancel all buys or all orders, buy orders or sells. It's up to you. And then you can also cancel or close all, close the positive or close the negative up here. So if you're trading like up to like 15 or 20 accounts, you can manage your trades in here with these buttons as well. And you can go back and you can take a look at your executions in here. All right, so really good stuff. I hope you guys really enjoy this. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Create your bot, select your accounts, open your panel. That's it. Manage your trade. So you'll be trading off of. Now, what's really interesting here is we are trading off of our synthetic instrument of TraderMap Lite. We're routing those trades into the ESZ chart here, which is routing it into the account that we just talked about. Okay. So that's the setup in here, and we have multiple accounts. Yeah, I mean you can switch back and forth by setting up your bots in there, Alois. It would right now it's only with fast track trading. Okay, but we're obviously we want to add in all sorts of things in there. Yeah, it's really great, Alois. I think you're gonna love it. All right, guys. Well, over on YouTube, thank you for coming. We're going to end the webinar now. Please hit the like button. That always helps us. We're trying to provide excellent content for you. And we will have the next All Markets webinar on Friday. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, take care.